All right, Shalom. Want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem HaKakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone Rule and Teach Well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 First Fruit. So coming back at you with a quick lesson. Well, not really. Whatever. A lesson in the spirit dealing with the second feather, the second Ezra's 11. The spirit just jumped on me. I was going through some of my notes that I had previously wrote a while back, and I was like, I might as well just revisit this topic. And of course, the second feather is speaking about Second Ezra's the 11th chapter, and we're going to be speaking a little bit of facts on Augustus Caesar, who is also mentioned in Luke the second chapter, which I will read very swiftly right now. This is Luke chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed." So Caesar Augustus was an actual real individual that's mentioned here in the Bible for people who don't think the Bible's real. You know, it's just a book of fantasies, but it's really speaking about real people who've done amazing things. And shit, even some of these Edomites in the history, through the Spirit of the Lord, did amazing things. When you read about Alexander in the book of Maccabees, the kings and Pharaoh Necho, all of this, all of those were the doing and the works of the Lord. All right, even though they were heathens, it just is what it is. Okay, but ultimately we read about our people too, as in King David and so on and so forth, the amazing things that our kings did as Israelites as well. Again, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the Lord possesses who he wants to possess to get whatever job he wants done, and whenever he needs it done, and how it's done is miraculous. Simple. All right, so today we're going to speak about a man that was set up by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and that is Caesar Augustus. All right, so just a few facts on Caesar Augustus. He was born in 63 BC. His name wasn't Augustus always. It was actually, I want to say Gavius or something like that, but Octavius was his name. Okay, I know you get the month August from his name, and possibly October from Octavius as well. And so he was the grandnephew of Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was his, great uncle. All right, which we understand Julius Caesar was the first feather. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and read Second Ezra's 11 and 12 real quick, since we mentioned Julius Caesar. So it says, "And then I looked, and behold, on the right side there arose one feather, and reigned over all the earth." Correct. That was during the Roman Republic, which Julius Caesar was that one feather who ruled over all the earth during that time. Let's keep reading about Julius. So verse 13, it says, so it was that when it reigned, so it is speaking about Julius. That it right there is Julius. And so it was that when it, Julius, reigned, the end of it, Julius, came. All right. In the place thereof appeared no more, meaning his time to rule over and done with the Lord ceased. E2 Brutus. It says, so the next following stood up and reigned. So who was the next that followed after him? Is who we're talking about today, which is Caesar Augustus, the second feather, and reigned and had a great time, which is true. So Augustus gained the title in 27 BC when Senate granted him additional honors. So a little bit more facts on Augustus. He ultimately destroyed the thought of Rome being a republic, which he was the inception of the empire, and there's a reason why Yahushua came on the scene during the empire. Just look up the definitions of the word republic and the word empire, and you'll see why Yahweh had Yahushua born during the empire. It says, so, let's see, it says, so the next following stood up and reigned and had a great time. So now we're speaking about Augustus. Verse 14, and it happened, exactly, when the Lord ordained something, it happens. Okay, so it happened that Caesar Augustus ruled. So let's get a few more facts about it. So a few more facts about Augustus Caesar is that he actually fought alongside Julius Caesar in Hispania. Um, in Hispania, so he had pretty much, you know, what you could say war um, experience. Okay, he had war experience, and when he was 16, he was elected to the College of Pontus, which is pretty much supervised as religious worship. All right, so when you can see whenever a king is set up, he needs our kings. Prime example, King Solomon, King David, things of that nature. They were prophets and kings. They had the spirit. Shoot, even King Saul, when the spirit or right spirit was on him, he prophesied and he was a king. All right, and they were always close to a prophet, or in a sense like a priest. All right. Um, so he grew up in that side, and he was early established to, be groomed to be this. He took up responsibility for avenging Julius's death. All right, which he was one of the one. Matter of fact, he joined Mark Antony to start a civil war in Rome. When you look it up, and with him joining Mark Antony, another individual joined him as well, Lepidus, if I'm saying his name correct, which started the Second Triumvirate, which is a well-known thing in history. He was a part of that. It was the Second Triumvirate, which started dictatorship in Rome. And he was also consumed as in the council position as like his grand uncle, Julius. So he was following in the same footsteps as Julius. And Julius was grooming him because ultimately Julius Caesar adopted him to be his son, and he groomed him to supersede him when his time was to come, or when it was time for him to step down as Caesar, and he was going to be put up. So he started pretty much a civil war in Rome after Julius Caesar was betrayed by some of the Senate in Rome, and he was ultimately stabbed to death and things that we all know the story. Yeah, we all know the story about that. And then, with these kings and rulers, these Edomites, how they always have some incest shit. And I think Augustus Caesar's sister actually married one of his rival, and he ended up exiling her. So with Augustus joining the Second Triumvirate, that trio, they were able to make laws and nominate magistrates and governors. So pretty much they rigged the system. They put in place who they knew was going to be loyal to them, and really created a dictatorship, a monopoly in a sense, politically, to control Rome. So verse 14 again, it says, and it happened that when it reigned, the end of it also came also like the first, so it appeared no more. It, in this case, in verse 14, is speaking about Augustus Caesar, but it's going to keep going. It says, then came there a voice unto it, Augustus Caesar, and said, hear, thou that hast borne rule over the earth so long. So the scriptures are on point, and this was written way before these Caesars came into place. It says, thou that has been born ruler over the earth for so long. And that's true because he ruled for 40 years, and no other Caesar ruled for that long. It says, this I say unto thee, before thou beginnest to appear no more, so before you pass away and die, there shall none after thee attain unto thy time, neither unto the half thereof. Yes, and that's true, because the next Caesars that ruled, the next longest ruling Caesar was 20 years. I think 19, a little bit under 20 years. I forgot what Caesar that was, but if y'all know what Caesar that is, put it in the description box below. And that was a true thing, and that was a true thing. He ruled for 40 years, and no one ruled as long as he did ever again. when it came to the Roman Caesars. And so it says, verse 17, there shall none after thee attain unto thy time, neither unto the half thereof. And that's pretty much verses 13 to what is it, 17 is Augustus Caesar right there, and a few facts laying out who he was and what he's done and things of that nature. So Lord willing, that was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem HaKakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule and teach well. Peace of salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. And I know I did a lot of speaking and I didn't have any type of sites. So if you want to run this lesson back and fact check me, please do. Now, the things that I did spoke was off of heavy studying and understanding. I did a lesson with Elder Aratazah here in the Atlanta camp as well about this. So if you do want to look those things up that I did say, I am 100% sure they are true. But just like the scriptures say in Proverbs, matter of fact, hold on, let me see if I can find it, or if I can recall it. One second. It might be Proverbs. I know it's in Proverbs. Yeah, there you go. Proverbs 14 and 15. It says, the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. So look up and fact check everything that I said here today, but I'm 100% confident that you'll find the things that I said in sources. So again, I hope this was edifying. Until the next time, shalom, and repent, for Yahweh Shai is coming back sooner than what me and you believe. All right, shalom.